I want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Could anyone that had psoriasis or eczema enter the tabernacle or the temple to worship in the Old Testament? Or they were, quote, committed to the, quote, dung heap? Well, that's a really good question. And I hate to answer it the way that I am, but I'm just going to do it biblically. If somebody had some type of skin disease, such as mentioned in this question, and there was a feast that required one's participation at the tabernacle, the temple, the synagogue, wherever it may be, you're absolutely right. They were not allowed to attend. Now, for those of you who have these respective illnesses and such, allow me to explain the why here. And the reason of the why is found in Colossians chapter 2. Now, that may seem like a strange passage because it's an Old Testament question. But in Colossians chapter 2, on this side of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, it says that when Jesus Christ saves us, when the Holy Spirit indwells us, it says that the flesh is circumcised with a knife without hands. Basically, 1 Thessalonians 5:23 says that each and every one of us has a spirit, a soul, and a body. Now, let's look at this from the perspective of a believer. I have the Holy Spirit in me. My soul is destined for heaven, not hell, but my flesh is going to go to the ground awaiting one day when the Lord gives me an incorruptible, immortal, new body. So this flesh is covering my soul and my spirit, but it is expendable, and according to Galatians chapter 2, it is in the process of dying. Why is that important? Because in the Old Testament, the flesh was not spiritually circumcised from the soul. Nobody was born again as you and I utilize that term. The Holy Spirit didn't dwell in them. It moved upon them. And in the Old Testament, this is important not just for this question, but for others. One's physical well-being was an outward expression of the validity, or shall I say, the health of their soul and their spirit. Remember Naaman, the man who had leprosy, and then the prophet told him to put his hand in the water 7 times, back and forth, and all that story? Basically, the leprosy was a sign of a sinful condition. Being cleansed was a sign that he had repented before God and was in a right relationship. In the Old Testament, financial wealth and physical health were a sign that you were walking properly with God. Here's the problem. In today's twisted, modern, contemporary Christian world, we've adopted this, quote, prosperity gospel that we must achieve health and wealth to be right with God today. Here's the irony. This flesh that experiences, quote, health or spends, quote, wealth is dying, and one day is going to go to the ground and be replaced. So in the Old Testament, the reason that someone would be with psoriasis or any other skin disease was not allowed into the worship environment was because they had a sinful, unrepentant condition, either of themselves or a ramification of somebody else that needed to be addressed first. Aren't you grateful today that this isn't the parameters for attending church or worship service, because Jesus Christ has saved us, He's redeemed us, and He has circumcised spiritually this old, nasty flesh? Great question. If you have one, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will. Continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.